Welcome back to Locomotive, where we find ourselves in the company of the fashionable lady, now that we've finally gotten access to her via the cryptic clue that she left us in the last episode. The clue, of course, was her room number on a napkin written in invisible ink, but we have gone via the very convoluted method of joining a secret society and catching a thief of a ratatouille mouse in order to decipher it, and now we've done it, so that is all good. In addition to that, we have also acquired a recording device with which we can record Madame Unterwald's voice, and I do believe I know how we can do that, so we will do that straight away. Let's go. So, it's not with those munchkins.
It's no use. It's
So it should be here. Right, the onboard calling service. So if we get our recording device, use it on the telephone.
I now have a voice recording of Lady Unterwald.
There we go. That was quite simple. Alright, let's take a look at the clues. We've got the mouse, so we need to get this briefcase open. This is the briefcase that belongs to the doctor, who is in Lady Unterwald's room. And we also need this here to figure out how to how to get into basically Lady Unterwald's safe. And of course, that is what the that is what one part of the voice recording no doubt is for. So yeah, let's carry on. Maybe there might be some clues as to how to open the briefcase in one of the other rooms. Actually, let's check back in with the secret society. So Mr. Mason is still inebriated. The hooded figure over here. What are you going to do about it? No, nothing. Doesn't look like it.
I'll be going now.
Speak soon.
What about Brother Jared?
Hey there.
Hello again.
Moisturized any hands lately?
Moisturized any hands lately?
Why? Are you looking to make an appointment? I'm sure I could squeeze you in.
That won't be necessary.
Another time, then.
Okay, how's the book going?
How's the book going?
It's become quite melancholy. I'm not sure what to make of it.
A lot more rhyming, I imagine.
How did you know?
Just a hunch.
Of course, we switched out his book with the book of
I
poetry.
should really get going.
Don't be a stranger.
Alright, well, I had a thought. Mr. Masson here, he did give us a clue about the briefcase. Maybe he'll have...
It's Dr. Hirsch's medical bag. I assume it's full of doctorly things.
No doubt. I mean, maybe he might have a way of opening it? Let's,
They wouldn't appreciate that.
No. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's try something else. How can we get this briefcase open? We basically can't give it to the doctor just yet. Oh, wait. Bugman?
Hello?
Hello again, Arthur. How can I help you?
Lady Unterwald's hidden
What can you
safe.
tell me about, Lady Unterwald's hidden safe?
A hidden safe?
It came out of the floor, in her quarters.
Goodness. I'm afraid to say I didn't know about that. Would have made a much better hiding spot for my ledger in hindsight. You're right. Perhaps it's too soon for jokes on the matter.
Okay, so he doesn't really know anything.
I should be leaving now.
All right, Arthur.
Would you have any clues about the briefcase?
I'd rather keep it.
No. Okay, what do we do about this briefcase? How do we get it open? Ah, these two? The deaf lady? Let's talk to the artist.
Hello again?
Not now, monsieur. Can't you see I'm with my latest muse?
Oh, Pierre, you do know how to flatter me.
They wouldn't appreciate that. I think I'll hang on to this for now.
How on earth do we get this back? That is the question. Or do we open this? Lady Unterwald's recording?
think I'll hang on to this for now. Hello again.
What is it you want, Arthur?
Did you lose track of your hearing
Did
horn?
you lose track of your hearing horn?
Why? What do you know about its disappearance, boy?
Sorry, I didn't see anything.
What kind of person would deprive a helpless old lady of her hearing aid?
Maybe they just really needed it? You know, for the greater good and all that.
We totally needed it for the greater good.
I should get going.
Farewell.
Alright, well, let's check back in with the doctor anyway.
How can I help, Arthur?
Can I ask about your missing briefcase?
He might tell us something. Did it contain any personal
Did it
details?
contain...
As a matter of fact, it did contain her confidential
Are we talking date of birth?
I'm afraid it's important I respect.
Okay, so we definitely can't give him...
Actually, that's
Yeah, we
enough.
can't give him the
Hopefully
briefcase
I've been
back,
of
can
some
we?
use.
That's all for now, Doctor.
Very well.
Is Herman still in there?
Herman? Huh. He must have left.
So wait, is he back in his room? Okay, so first of all, let's see about giving the briefcase back to the doctor.
They wouldn't appreciate that.
I mean, he would, but we clearly can't give it back to him just yet. Okay, so there's clearly one more thing we have to do. Or clearly... Yeah, before we can get this briefcase open. Okay, possibly it has something to do with the twins here.
How's the breaking and entering going?
Not now, Arthur. We're trying to concentrate.
Alright, maybe it's something to do with these guys. Can we scare them with the
I wonder
mouse?
who trained her to be such a kleptomaniac.
Try harder.
Wait, we've got Herman's key. So we can get into Herman's room, but maybe we can scare these guys away?
Just want to
think I'll
have a
hang on to
chat,
this for now.
Herman.
Can't hide in there forever, detective.
Sketches.
Come on out, detective.
He has to be in there.
Maybe give them this here?
I'd rather keep it.
Do we give the keys to these guys? Should we give them?
Just hand over the keys? I don't think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, okay, maybe not. Could they open the briefcase?
It won't budge.
Say, do either of you know anyone who could open this briefcase?
I'll give it a shot.
Let me try first.
No, I'm going first.
Okay, this looks
He
encouraging.
clearly asked me. I'm the best person for the job.
The second best person for the job,
You won't be saying that when I open it.
because I'd have already opened it.
It's mine!
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 Oh dear, this is not going to go well.
Well, now look what you did.
It wasn't me.
Was too.
I think my work here is done. These medical records show Lady Unterwald's date of birth. I'd have never guessed.
Okay, this is presumably useful, right? Let's take a look.
Is that Lady Unterwald's date of birth? She certainly had a good run.
What is that? 1306 38 or something? Hang on. That must be it, right? 1306 38. Maybe that's the combination for the lock. Should we try it? Let's try it. It's got to be right. Okay, this has to work, right? This has to. Let's try it out. So, 1306.
That's it!
It did it.
Just one more locking mechanism
did
to
it.
get through.
Oh, yes. Okay. Now the voice... The voice recorder, let's go. This
Let's
should
see
work.
if the lock responds to Lady Unterwald's voice recording.
Thank you for calling the Royce Express onboard service. This call may be recorded for training purposes.
It worked!
We're in there, folks. We are in there.
I think that did it.
Stand back, Arthur.
What is all this paperwork?
This is one of Lady Unterwald's wills, all right.
One
Another
of?
will?
Wait, there's another one. And another. Oh, dear. There are hundreds of wills here. Every alteration Lady Unterwald ever made. These could go back years. Somebody would have to go through all this paperwork to check.
My goodness!
Oh, dear.
Finally, some bureaucracy!
Sometime later.
$62,015? 62,016?
Oh, man. Our guy's loving this. Look at that.
So, did you find what you were looking for?
Not exactly. I'll still need to locate the lost will, but I should be able to compare it against these revisions. How's the espionage going? The safe didn't contain any financial records, if that's why you're here.
No, that's not the reason I came. Listen, I recorded a suspicious phone call shortly after the death of Lady Unterwald.
What kind of phone call?
Here, you can play it on your recorder.
Please, I just need more time. We had an agreement, Herman. I don't want to have to call off our deal. It's not my fault.
You'll just have to figure it out. We believe in you.
I have to go. It's not safe here.
That's Herman. He sounded terrified. Do you think he's wrapped up in Lady Unterwald's death?
I can't say for sure, but I think it's time we found out.
Herman?
Okay, where's he gone?
Herman's belongings are still here. It doesn't look like he fled. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a clue.
I am seeing a clue. I'm seeing... Is that the will? Okay, before we do anything drastic, let's just look around.
It's a cheap whisper note knockoff. No self-respecting writer should be opting for an off-brand model.
Are you comparing office supplies right now?
Looks like those twins were rifling through Herman's belongings.
Ugh, they give me the heebie-jeebies.
Those twins. What kind of books does he
It's a
have?
small collection of Dirk Chiselton adventures. The paperbacks are dog-eared, like he read them in a bad mood.
The clothes in the chest?
What drives a man to own this many bow ties?
Your guess is as good as mine. But we're not here to pursue crimes of fashion.
Still mighty suspicious, if
Crimes
you
of
ask me.
fashion. What about
I
his
can't
novels?
say I've read any of these before, and I don't think I'll be starting now.
I think I'd like to read Herman, Merman, and the Murmuring German.
Herman Merman and the Suburban Burden. Not one of his better titles. These must be unfinished works.
I've seen that. Okay, let's take a look at the window.
Aha! I've got you this time! No, don't you dare!
Oh no!
It's Lady Unterwald's will. It must have traveled down the carriages.
Can we get it?
It's so close, but just out of reach.
Do we have something that we can use to nab it? This here? That there by itself? That there with the corking device?
Nope. Nah.
It's some combination here. Oh, hang on. Okay. Oh yeah, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. This is going to work, guys. This is gonna work now. Let's do it.
All right, here goes nothing.
Come on. We can do this. Come on, Arthur. Come on. That's friggin' ingenuity.
I got it!
Look at that, we got the will.
Well done, Arthur.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello? Is that you, detective?
Hey, you're not Herman.
What are you doing here?
Oh, we were just,
We could ask you the same question.
We were looking for the detective.
Wait, what's that you're holding?
Oh, this is just a piece of paper. All very inconsequential.
You found the missing will. We can do the reading now, Mr. Ackerman.
I don't think that's a good idea.
We should get started right away.
There's still a lot of cross-referencing we need to
Oh, we insist.
Oh dear, something's not gonna go as expected, surely.
Well, Arthur?
What does it say?
I'm not sure I should...
Oh, get on with it.
All right, all right. It reads as follows. I, Lady Unterwald, being of sound mind and legal capacity, leave my entire estate to... Arthur Ackerman.
What?
You poisonous goat! You turned her against us!
We were right to distrust you.
Hand over that will.
Oh dear, things are not...
Hey, that's your hearing horn.
We can explain that.
It's all starting to make sense now.
What is it, Mother?
Arthur clearly manipulated my dear sister's living will in his own favor.
No!
Then murdered her to claim the estate for himself.
It's not what it looks like. Oh dear.
Seize him!
Oh dear. I see, so this is how we come to be in custody. Part 3. The Curious Case of Mr. Liu.
I assure you, detectives, these restraints are unnecessary.
Herman, Merman, as I live and breathe. I hope you don't mind me saying, but we're big fans of your work. Isn't that right, Bailey?
Oh, I mean, yes, I could hardly contain my excitement.
We were thinking, maybe you could help us out, Herman.
Well, I'm always happy to assist a fan.
Maybe you could tell us what happened on the Royce Express.
You want to know about the Royce Express?
We wanted to give you the opportunity to set the record straight.
What do you say?
You know, my memory of that evening is a little hazy. Don't you think I should speak to an attorney? And I don't compete... anything for an adoring fan? What should we go with here? Yeah, don't you think I should speak to an attorney?
Don't you think I should speak to an attorney?
You hear that, Bailey? The man wants to speak to an attorney.
Brave man. Especially after all the legal trouble Mr. Ackerman has landed you in.
I suppose it couldn't hurt to regale you with a new Herman tale.
That's a boy.
Can you tell us your earliest memory from that day, Herman?
Let me think. I believe it all began at my publisher's office. I just pitched my latest novel, you see. It was going down in absolute storm.
Thank you, Herman. What an interesting pitch. And what a title! Herman, Merman, and the Suburban Burden.
And we just think it's so brave of you to come here and pitch us another crime novel.
Especially considering the current landscape.
Thank you! But what do you mean?
Well, there's no easy way to say this.
The data indicates a sharp decline in your particular brand of fiction.
We've also run into some problems with your branding deals.
Surely not the Herman Merman dolls! You assured me they'd be a hit!
I'm afraid so, Herman.
We can't even give these away.
Stop that! I don't like it!
That's brilliant.
Well, what do you suggest we do?
Not to worry. We're already prototyping an exciting line of Dirk Chiselton products.
Stop that! I don't like it!
What?
This is just a prototype, of course.
Very much still in the early development phase.
So that's it then. I've been replaced?
No! Nobody said you're being replaced, Herman.
We're simply... how do we say this?
Exploring new avenues.
Yes, that's it.
I do feel you're making a big mistake here. Herman Merman and the Suburban Burden is a gold mine.
I'm afraid it's ultimately out of our hands, Herman. But if you feel strongly about this idea, we could always petition the board.
Board?
The board.
The board? Oh my word.
If you dare.
Oh my days.
Behold! I alone control the means of production.
Go ahead, Herman.
Just place your manuscript into the slot, and we'll give the old algorithm a spin.
Determining market value. An appealing protagonist. Margins below threshold. Unsatisfactory target demographic. Manuscript denied.
Oh no.
Well, there you have it.
We all really enjoyed your pitch, but the board doesn't seem to agree.
If you have anything else to
board.
pitch, we'd be glad to hear it, though.
Don't quit your day job.
Wait, you want me to pitch something else?
You're a valued client, Herman. Just let us know when you're ready.
Okay, so we have to come up with something else now? What else do we have?
It's the manuscript to my latest masterpiece, Herman Merman and the Suburban Burden.
Let's look in the bin.
I'm assuming this doubles as the out tray. There's a rejected manuscript in here already.
Can we see it?
I'm assuming this doubles. There's a waste not, want not. I'll just grab a cup of water.
It's all going in the waistcoat now. Any packages?
What do we have here?
Anything else in the in tray?
They won't look at any manuscripts manually whilst that board is still active.
So, do we have to try and fool the board or something, or?
Another typically overcast day in London.
Let's talk to the publishers.
How can I help, Herman?
Are you sure you can't approve my work?
Are you sure you can't approve of my work?
Sorry, Herman, but everything has to go through the board now. If the board doesn't give the green light, then we're out of luck. Now keep trying. I'm sure you got plenty of ideas floating around in that head of yours.
Oh, yes, I'm positively brimming with new ideas.
That's the spirit.
I have a few questions about the board.
I'd be happy to help. What do you want to know?
How does it identify a good manuscript?
How does the board identify a good manuscript?
Ah, the man wants to know how it all works. So, we started by feeding the board every bestseller from the past decade, building ourselves a large data set to pull from.
Mm-hmm.
Then we added our own weighting to the system, based on today's trends, our target demographic, and the current market conditions.
Uh-huh.
Using the power of machine learning and various algorithms, the board reads the manuscripts we feed it and makes a determination on the probability it'll resonate with our audience.
Oh dear, I can see your eyes are starting to glaze over. How can we really boil it down for him?
Is that really how it works for the
Stick a script
publishers?
into the slot and pull the lever, the board decides whether we'll have a bestseller on our hands or an embarrassing flop.
All of that fallible human decision-making has been totally removed from the equation, you see. It's a much fairer system.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, fair is it? Any advice?
Do you have any...
That might not be the best approach, Herman. The board isn't capable of taking sides. That's the beauty of it. The board can't demonstrate emotions like hate or loathing. Although I'll admit it really took a disliking to that pitch of yours. It all comes down to the right input. If you put rubbish in, you're going to get rubbish out. No?
The right input.
Okay. What would happen if it stopped
What would
working?
happen if the board stopped working?
Well, if the board were ever to go down for maintenance, we do have a failsafe in place.
What's the failsafe?
It would fall to the three of us to take on the risk of approving or denying a manuscript, an informed but ultimately human decision.
Thankfully, it's never come to that.
Actually, that's enough questions for now.
Very well.
Any good pitches?
Have you received...
Nothing comes to mind. I'm afraid the board has been a little picky lately. There's the latest Chiselton, of course, but we haven't submitted that to the board yet.
Dirk Chiselton sent over a manuscript?
Oh, yes. It's likely sitting in our inbox as we speak.
So that's the one we've got.
It's safe to say we're all excited about that one.
Indeed. I should probably get back.
We're eager to hear it, Herman.
Okay, so we're clearly going to have to do this ourselves.
I see a letter opener and a mini stapler.
Can we... Yeah, let's swipe it.
Hey, hands off!
I don't need to call anyone right now.
What about the prototype doll?
They won't mind if I borrow this.
And the
I
pigeon?
have a great deal of sympathy for the pigeon. Misunderstood, not particularly popular, considered a nuisance more than anything.
You know, a lot of our focus testing said the same thing about you, Herman.
Poor Herman. Let's look at the windowsill.
Dirk Chiselton, my arch nemesis. What does he have that I haven't got?
An adoring fan base?
Critical acclaim?
Upper body strength?
They certainly say it like it is, don't they? What about over here? Stacks of mail.
These boxes likely contain manuscripts from my peers. The boxes seem to be filled with popcorn.
It's a great loose-fill packaging material, you know.
It's also the cheapest thing we could find.
I'll just take a handful.
Okay, well, what are we going to do with the popcorn, then?
It's a pile of recalled Herman Merman merchandise.
Closer to a towering stack, if you ask me.
I was thinking it's more of a monument to rejection.
Thanks for the input.
Honestly, they're so mean to him, honestly. Let's take some more popcorn.
I already have some.
Okay, so no more popcorn. I think that's all we can do here. Let's, I think we might be able to swipe the stationery pod. Let's talk to this publisher.
What's happening with the Herman merchandise?
Oh, you mean the Herman Merman merch line? Well, I have to say I love it, Hermie. Just love it.
Well, that's a relief.
No, I really do have to say I love it. It's a contractual obligation.
I'm afraid our target demographic is finding the doll a little...
off-putting.
Unpleasant.
Repellent, yes.
Why are there so many dolls in your office?
Why are there so many Herman dolls in your office?
The stores couldn't shift them, so I guess they got sent back.
Luckily, we made them on the cheap, so we didn't take too large a hit.
I didn't realize you could pack a doll with that much sawdust, but we made it work.
I'm a little concerned about Dirk
I'm a
Chiselton.
little concerned about Dirk Chiselton.
Herbie, are you really afraid of some healthy competition? There's no need to assume the worst. We may not even have to make a choice between you.
So, you wouldn't end our relationship to chase larger numbers?
Like he said, we may not even have to make a terrible but obvious choice.
I should probably get back to formulating my pitch.
We're all rooting for you, Herman.
Alright, let's see what we've got. Huh. Okay. Maybe we can give some of the popcorn to the pigeon.
Nope! Here you go, my fine feathered fellow.
Okay, that worked. Now we can swipe the stationery pot.
Rodents.
Awesome. We got the stapler and the letter opener. Alright. Should we open the package?
Sorry, Dirk. I need it more than you do.
Oh, we're not going to, are we? We're not going to do what I think we're going to do, are we? The cover page?
It's the cover page I tore from Dirk Chiselton's manuscript. It's the manuscript to my latest masterpiece, Herman, Merman, and the Suburban Burden. It's the romance novel I retrieved from the bin.
So that was in the bin. That's not good.
I should have left it there.
Yeah, possibly.
It's a very thick manuscript. Typical overachiever.
And this is the cover letter. So, what if we remove... How do we do this?
No.
Okay, not that. Can
nope.
we oh. Can we combine this here with...
Nope.
Nope. Okay, let's talk to this publisher.
What's on your mind, Mr. Merman?
Tell me about this Dirk Chiselton character.
Well, Dirk is our best-selling author right now. The public can't get enough, and the board just loves him.
Our market research suggests his stories are a huge part of the appeal.
They're all true tales from his time pounding the pavement, you know?
So I've heard.
You could learn a thing or two from him, Herman. Dirk is hitting all our core demographics, and you know what they say.
What are they saying?
What are they saying? Is it about me?
You've heard the expression, out with the old, in with the new.
I take it that I'm the old in this equation?
You've had a good run, but haven't you considered stepping aside? Perhaps it's time to let Dirk have his time in the sun. No? Trust me. You'll want to jump before you get pushed.
You're saying I'm to be pushed out?
No, nobody's saying that. But your sales haven't quite met our expectations, and you have to agree the board has taken a rather active dislike to you. It's important to remember, this isn't personal, Herman. It's just business.
Well, it feels pretty personal to me. It's all right if you disliked my latest manuscript.
It doesn't matter what I think. It's the board you have to convince.
Ah, so you do like it.
I didn't say that.
Do I have to submit something to the board?
Must I submit my application through the board?
There's no need to be frightened of the board, Herman.
What happened to all the script readers I used to see around here?
The board felt they'd get in the way.
Weak, fragile creatures, bound by their miserable corporeal forms.
Okay, well, we should probably get back to formulating.
Get back to formulating my pitch.
Step to it, Mr. Merman.
Okay, and by formulating a pitch, I think what we mean is, like, breaking this machine. So, what, maybe pouring water on it?
Liquid detected in script input device. Attempting self-cleaning process. Self-cleaning process completed successfully. Sabotage attempt denied.
Drat! I'll have to do better than that.
We can't even sabotage it?
This looks very familiar.
Can we... Oh, we can. Okay, what next? Let's get some more water.
Oh, it certainly looks refreshing.
We infused the water with a hint of lemon, you know.
Okay, so we got the water, so can we put sawdust? Yeah, now if we cog this thing up. Ain't no way it's getting clean now.
If I can't win playing by their rules, it's time to mix things up.
Yeah, I think this might be it. We destroy the machine, and then we'll get them to manually review our new manuscript.
Attempting self-cleaning process. Self-cleaning process failed.
Excuse me. The board doesn't seem to be taking any more submissions.
How unusual. I've never seen the board do that before.
Herman, were you able to submit your manuscript beforehand?
Indeed, I did.
Very well. Let's see whether the underlying data supports you.
What's happening?
I think the board approves. I can't tell.
Pull the lever again.
It's no use. The board is completely fried.
That's not possible.
But without the board, we'd have to...
You couldn't possibly
check
mean...
manually.
I'm afraid so. We're going to have to go with our gut on this one.
No! There must be some other way.
How can we possibly decide without empirical data?
Let us deliberate.
Okay, yeah, for sure. This is what we're gonna do. So, this is Chiselson's manual.
It's the cover page I tore from...
Okay, we don't need that, then we need ours. Can we mix this?
Nope. It's where all the incoming mail...
Then the romance one, maybe? And then Chiselton's one?
There, that should do it. Allow me to pitch my...
We'll be the judge of...
Alright, let's see how this goes.
Herman Merman, dare I say it, I'm impressed.
He's rough and daring, but he has a soft, caring side. Well done, Herman. This may even compare to Chiselton's best work, no doubt about it.
Now that's what I'm talking about. A classic silly Herman adventure. The narrative is a little pedestrian at first, but then it really digs its hooks in.
Are you sure we can't check with the board, just in case?
I think those were noises of approval. I really can't tell.
All right, we've got something here. Let's make it happen, Herman.
What do you need from us, Herman?
I was wondering if I could get paid in advance.
You didn't tell me he was funny.
One moment, Herman. Yes? It's for you, Herman. Were you expecting a call?
I don't believe so. Yes. Oh, indeed. Of course. Thank you for the opportunity, Lady Unterwald.
Herman?
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears I have a train to catch. But you shall have your story.
Okay. Ah,
Herman,
so that's how he got on board.
We meet at last. Welcome aboard the Royce Express.
Lady Unterwald, what is the meaning of this?
Please accept my apologies for the unusual manner of your arrival. As I'm sure you can understand, a certain amount of discretion was required.
Indeed?
Forgive me. You must be wondering what it is you're doing here aboard my train.
I assumed you required the services of a world-famous detective.
Oh, my goodness, no! A world-famous detective running amok on my train. Everyone would be losing their minds before supper. I hear you're writing your next novel. I felt you could adequately mask your activities as a working novelist. To the average passenger, you'd simply be researching your next story. Do you think you could do that, Herman? Keep a low profile, not cause a scene?
Well,
Well, I could always call Dirk Chiselton. It wouldn't be as clean, but...
I'll do it! Herman Merman never backs away from a case.
Lady Unterwald.
Away! Back into the case with you!
Lady Unterwald, please. Forgive me if I am intruding.
Not at all, Mr. Liu. What a pleasure it is to see you again.
Please, I must insist you call me Jean. Here, I brought you something.
Oh, another bouquet. You certainly know how to flatter an old gal.
Oh, not quite. It's a chili plant, a particularly fiery variety. It reminded me of you, my lady.
Oh, my goodness, John. You turned me bright red. But I know you didn't come all this way just to flatter me.
Indeed. I was wondering if you'd given any more thought to my proposal? If you're considering selling your legacy, I want you to know that it'll be in good hands.
Look, John,
You need more time to consider, of course. There are still a few more hours before the speech. I'll leave you to weigh your options.
You're most kind. Thank you, Jean.
Interesting. So what? Is she selling off her empire?
All right, you can come out. This is why you're here, Herman. I need you to keep an eye on Mr. Liu for me.
You think Mr. Liu has an ulterior motive?
At the very least, I suspect he doesn't have my full interests at heart. And there's also the question of my family, who will undoubtedly be sticking their noses into my business. I've got them sufficiently shaking in their boots ahead of my speech. But keep an eye out for any trouble, will you?
I'll certainly do my best, Lady Unterwald.
I've secured a suite for you on board, room 304. Just let me know if you find anything untoward.
Of course! Herman Merman won't let you down.
Get to it then, Detective.
Okay. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick break here. When we get back, we'll be continuing this playthrough as Herman Merman, as he goes about navigating and detectiving and spying on Mr. Liu on this train. But yeah, that is all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.